there's certainly some skeptics out there. How do you talk with them and convince them and kind of bring them up to speed on where open source is currently at and things like that in a in a collaborative way? And how do you do that with leaders?
Yeah, great point. So a few different ways. Essentially, there's a lot of really great companies out there now that are adopting open source, similar to ZenSource, where their goal is to help offload some of those internal headaches of IT. In addition to our marketing partners, our IT partners have a day job on top of it. There's countless things that they're working on with their own business processes, their own infrastructure, and maintaining these web apps. These different ecosystems that we build is just another thing that they have to maintain, they have to secure. And if we can help offload that and completely take it off their plate and know they have peace of mind, they have a scalable, secure system, it's generally advantageous for the CTO, the CIO that we talk to. And when open source is done correctly, it's very secure. And that's probably the thing that we talk about most to make sure, okay, great, yeah, it's customizable, it's flexible. I get that it's easy. We're going to save money on licensing, but how do we secure it?
Yeah.
And in ZenSource in particular has done that in a few different ways. First of all, with open source, you have to maintain it. You have to make sure that you're patching all of your modules and you're doing the incremental and the major version upgrades. That's a service that we offer where we proactively install, monitor the community for vulnerabilities, for updates to our modules, our ecosystems, and where we're patching, we're testing, we're proactively upgrading, taking that risk out of the equation, but also offloading that effort from IT. We're also building a fortress around our platform, our CMS. So by bringing a tool into the mix like AWS for hosting, which is what we use, we're able to leverage a wealth of really, really secure infrastructure, global cloud scalability to keep their brands and their data safe. So my discipline kind of comes from two sides of, we put discipline into proactively maintaining your application to make sure that it's as secure as possible, while also building this AWS cloud fortress around it and integrating other security tools on top of it. A big thing for us right now is security as a service, where we're proactively doing ongoing pen testing, vulnerability scanning, load testing, and putting a team in place if there's any remediation needed. So if you're launching an app and then iteratively evolving it, your various sprints and code's changing and features are rolling out and the environment's changing, having that proactive, regular discipline to scan and remediate and have a team in place to support that is huge. So I think that's really the biggest piece. Is it's never really a challenge to sell the CIO, the CTO on the benefits of the experience of the platform and the cost. But for us, it's really figuring out how to best secure it and keep those brands safe, keep their data safe. And that's where we spend a majority of the conversation by talking about how we're doing that from the cloud perspective, from the environment perspective, but also from the application perspective.